Hello everyone, it's Dio from Firm But Fair Gaming, bringing you another Diablo 3 video. Today we are covering the weekly challenge rift number 218. So this week we are a demon hunter and we are wearing the Gears of Dreadland set. So this set is based off of using Hungering Arrow with Strafe. So the reason that we're doing this is so the 2-piece bonus is gain 4 seconds of momentum when attacking with a primary skill at a maximum duration of 20 seconds, and your primary skills deal 10% increased damage per second of momentum. So here we're just going to shoot a Hungering Arrow. So as you can see, we got a stack there of momentum. So you just would get that up to like 20, and then you can just spin around during strafe. And also, the next part, your 4-piece, strafing against enemies will automatically shoot your last used primary skill and also give you 60% damage reduction while strafing for 5 seconds, or up to 5 seconds after. While strafing, you gain 8% increased movement speed for each second of momentum. So basically, you shoot your Hungering Arrow to get the 20 stacks, then you can spin, and then every couple seconds you're going to stop to shoot another Hungering Arrow just to keep your stacks and help you fly through the map. Your 6-piece is your primary skills deal 15%, 15,000% increased damage. So basically, that's what you're going to do to kill everything, as we're doing here, just like basically one-shotting those guys. So taking a look at the items that we're wearing, so of course we have the Gears of Dreadland set. We're using Pain Enhancer as a gem here. So critical hits cause the enemy to bleed for 4,300% weapon damage as physical over 3 seconds. And we gain Blood Frenzy, granting you 3% increased attack speed for each bleeding enemy. We also are... That's the only one we're wearing apparently. Interested. For the belt, we have the Witching Hour just for increased art damage. We're using Promise of Glory as a bracer for a 5% chance to spawn a Nephilim Glory Globe when we blind an enemy. We have Rogar's Huge Stone, so increasing your life per second up to 99% based on your missing life, so that'll help us regen. For a weapon, we are using the Demon Machine, so we have a 62% chance to shoot explosive bolts when attacking. And our quiver is the 9th Curie Satchel. So Hungering Arrow is guaranteed to pierce and also deal 523% increased damage, and Hungering Arrow can only pierce up to 4 times. Okay, so for our abilities, so we're using, of course, Hungering Arrow. We got Devouring Arrow on it, so we fire a magically imbued arrow that seeks out enemies for 155% weapon damage as cold, and has a 35% chance to pierce through them. Each consecutive pierce increases the damage of the arrow by 70%. We're using Strafe with Drift and Shadow, so shoot at random nearby enemies for 675% weapon damage as lightning while moving at 100% of normal movement speed. We have Acrobatics, so Vault. We have Vault with Acrobatics, so basically tumble acrobatically 35 yards. So this is just our movement speed, or blink, whatever you want to call it. We have a defensive, so Shadow Power with Gloom, so draw in the power of the shadows, gaining 27,000 life per hit for 5 seconds. Our life per hit is increased by 25% of your life per kill. And we also reduce damage taken by 35% while the Shadow Power is active, so it's just a defensive. And we have Fan of Knives, so throw knives out in a spiral around you, dealing 620% weapon damage as cold. And this basically just slows them and helps us kite. And we also gain 40% additional armor during this. Vengeance with Dark Heart, so this is a 90-second cooldown. So turn into the physical embodiment of Vengeance for 20 seconds. So we gain 40% increased damage is the main one that we have here at the bottom that we're going to get the benefit of. And it also reduces damage taken by 50%. For our passives, we're going with Archery, gain a bonus based on your weapon type. So we have 8% increased damage because we have 50% increased damage because we're using a crossbow. I was thinking that was a bow, and then I realized it was not. We also have Ambush, so you deal 40% additional damage to enemies above 75%. And then we have Call the Weak, increased damage against slowed or chilled enemies. So we're going to be Fan of Knivesing to slow them to gain the 20% increased damage. And then we have Numbing Traps. Enemies you slow, chill, or hit with Fan of Knives, which is the only one that matters for us, have their damage reduced by 25% for 5 seconds. So Fan of Knives is going to be important to hit the groups with it when we get close, and we get to deal more damage to them as well as reduce the damage that we take from them. Those are all the abilities and skills and whatnot, so let's just jump to it. Should be pretty quick. So I've already done it a couple times here, figuring out the map and layout for you guys. So basically, there's going to be an elite up above. They put that down their wallers, and I found it was a little bit quicker to do this, as well as we get our shield pylon. I could actually click it. And we're just going to go over here, blow these guys up. There we go. And we're going to come down the stairs, and we're going to go down this hallway. It's one of those ones that you could actually loop yourself. So this is the best route to go. We're going to go here. Gotta keep in mind that we want to keep our momentum stacks up. So every few seconds we're going to shoot a hungering arrow. There's a little champ pack there. There's going to be elite right here. There he is. Going to just quickly blow this up. Keeping our momentum stacks up. Keeping our gloom up for defense. Use Vault as we can for increased mobility. Find a nice little conduit. We still got shield for a little bit longer as well, so that's nice. Kill the elite that's here. Just flying through. So originally you have like 6 minutes and 40 seconds to do this. I've already done it a couple times, just mapping everything out. So now we're on to the next floor. Again, still benefiting from conduit. Just flying through here, pretty simple, straightforward. Keeping our stacks up, and we're going to get a power. There's going to be a couple champ packs coming up here. So we got one just in front of us a little bit. There they are there. Those ones, they have fire chains, so just look out. Make sure that you have your gloom up. I also popped Vengeance as well before I went into them. Because the fire chains, we don't have a second life and we're actually pretty squishy. We're actually going to get another set of champ packs right there. So that's nice. Speed, we're just flying through here. Keeping our gloom up, keeping our momentum stacks up. Fan and knivesing when we go into packs to apply the slow as well as the damage buff that we're going to get. And then there's going to be two champ packs really close here. There's going to be this one. And then there's going to be this one. Oh, and I didn't put my gloom up, so that's my fault. But we've been flying through up to this point. Now this is a little bit dangerous because we've died, so we don't have any of our stacks. Going to get our stacks up, pop our defensives, and we're just going to quickly blow that stuff up. Wait for it to go down. Oh! And don't do that. Wait for them all to blow up before that. That's hurting our time a little bit. So now we're at 98%. And yeah, spawn the boss. And we're just going to dance around the boss here. And ta-da! And that's the rift. How we do for time? 3 minutes, pretty good. So it's a minute and a half quicker than what I did the first time. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. We just want to get our stacks up to 20. And then we want to keep gloom up as much as possible. And then fan and eyes when we get into the groups to apply the slow as well as the damage buff for us. And just strafe around them every few seconds, shoot another hungering arrow. Use Vengeance when it's off CD and you're going into packs to help blow them up quicker. And then just use our Vault for increased mobility. Overall, it's pretty fun. Of course, this is a common build, the Gears of Dreadlands, but this is a weekly challenge rift number 218. I hope you found this helpful. So this concludes the weekly challenge rift. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. We appreciate any likes and subscribes, and of course, you can find us on Twitch. Have a good one, everybody.